past.
Wild scene in South Beach, Miami.
Wow, this is like crazy.
Look who's emerging from the wreckage. The driver wearing high heels and a long evening dress. Police say she slammed her sports car into a deli. The crash did major damage to the store and to the car.
You almost killed that homeless lady. Like, for real. That is so crazy, dude.
So, did she wait around for police to arrive? No, she did not. There she is, heading to her friend's car.
She's like, this car, I'm out.
When police got there, the woman dressed to the nines was gone.
That girl led the scene. No, she fled the scene. Yeah, of course.
The witness jumped into the police cruiser to help track her down.
Oh, yeah, that is her. Yes, it is. Yes, that's definitely 100% her.
27-year-old Sharon Martinez was charged with leaving the scene of an accident. She pled not guilty.
Girl, you're out.
And no, she did not get to the ball on time.
Phil needed to put together a critical business plan for his boss, George. Pull this off. Dan from the solutions team
juvenile left school and possibly was picked up by a guy here. I'm kind of wanting to get an idea of who he is, and I'm looking at today from school gets out around 3:15ish, so I'm thinking 3 to 3:30.
I mean, is that like a super recent picture though?
She says she looks pretty much like this. It looks pretty close to her. Let's see if she.
I can see. There's any other angles up there to get a better.
Hello. Hey, so my name is Deputy James. I'm wondering if a juvenile and another person checked in here earlier today. Have you seen that? Her? No, she would have been here with an unknown, probably male. Hello. Hi, how are you? I'm looking for a juvenile that looks to be ran away from home today. And we have information she may have checked in to a local hotel with an adult. This is what she looks like. Any check-ins today?
Only one check-in before I came in.
I'm investigating a runaway juvenile that supposedly checked into a local hotel today with an adult, most likely. Don't know what he looks like or anything. This is what she looks like.
All right, someone checked in earlier when I wasn't here, so let me check out.
Oh, perfect. Okay.
Is there a name for that?
Yeah. Well, she's only 13, so I don't know the person she's with. So it would have been whoever she's with. Yeah, she doesn't even have an ID. Again, only 13.
You know, is she an older person or just no ID?
The person she's with? No clue.
Well, check out this person that checked in today.
Ooh, where's this guy? I think this is him. They said his name started with a T, possibly Tyler. Front office, anybody inside? We need to come in for a second. Sheriff's office, back up. Have a seat on the couch. What's up, sweetheart? Sheriff's office. Get Peppy up here. Go in the bedroom and wait for me for a second. How old are you? How old are you?
501 Texas.
Just wait there for me, sweetheart. Are you okay? Do you need any? Are you hurt at all? You're not hurt at all? Your stomach hurts? Okay, we're gonna be right with you, okay?
335.
Yeah, you go. How old are you? If I ask you that question again, I'm gonna lose my mind. How old are you? Oh, you f***ed up. Yeah, you f***ed up real good.
Yeah, Naco.
Yes, I am. I found him.
Yeah, boy. How old is he?
Too old.
Alright, I'm on the way.
Copy.
Thanks for everything for us.
You sure you're okay, sweetheart?
I'll be around.
Okay.
There's a huge government scandal going on that I need your help with. I'm also going to share a loophole that I discovered into the government's $1 billion
Multiple people stepped in to help this family.
Yeah, Kelly, we're told that multiple guests staying in this hotel came out to help, even an off-duty deputy stepping in to hold that suspect until Tampa police arrived. One witness we spoke with tonight says it was the sound of agonizing cries from the hallway that made her concerned.
It was actually pretty devastating and painful to hear, listening to the cries and the screams.
When she opened the door, Lachey Jones tells us she still wasn't sure what was happening. The Tampa woman had just checked into the Hampton Inn on West Laurel Street for a weekend staycation.
That's when I seen the mother sitting in the hall holding her two kids, like for dear life.
When things started getting tense, Lachey started filming on her cell phone.
No. He's going to jail, not you, bro.
Tampa police say Desmond Johnson somehow got into the family's hotel room. The 31-year-old is from North Carolina and a complete stranger to the woman and her 3 children staying in the unit.
So I was in the room fixing my kids' plates, and he came in talking about, we're going to Walmart, and just started grabbing my little boy.
She says she started fighting Johnson when the people staying across the hall got involved.
And then when we tried to grab him into our room to take care of him, your came in and dragged him out like, no, we defended him.
After fighting with those guests, investigators say Johnson again tried to pull the child from his mother's arms. When the terrifying struggle spilled out into the hallway, an off-duty Palm Beach County deputy was able to hold Johnson until officers arrived.
He tried to kidnap my child.
Johnson was handcuffed in the hallway and booked into jail. He's charged with felony attempted kidnapping and 2 counts of burglary with battery. Now, thankfully, the mother and her 3 children, were not hurt in this struggle. We did reach out to the Palm Beach County Sheriff's Office, and they tell us they are very proud of Deputy Corey Reese and his quick actions and attention to what could have become a very volatile situation.
Oh, yes, for sure.
Hi, it's Attorney Bob Diamond, and it is Overages Day, and we just got a check-in, and we have cut a check out.
Stalked and ambushed an 11-year-old girl. Raylan Estrada now under arrest, charged with kidnapping, harassment, and unlawful imprisonment. But he may have never been caught if it wasn't for Alex Salas.
He was going to hit her with the bat. He had the bat over her and he had her down.
Salas heard the girl screaming for help and jumped into action. Surveillance video shows him running out of his home with a baseball bat onto Center Street near Seneca Avenue.
This guy,
he literally had her sideways and she's fighting with him, and then she trying to put her in the car head first. When I saw her, she was kicking to get out of the car. Then that's when I yelled and I told her, "Do you know him?" She says, "No, please help me."
Police say the young girl was walking to a weekend program at IS-77. They say Estrada followed and called out to her, but she ignored him. She started walking faster. That's when he became more persistent.
She got tired and made it to this door, but the door wasn't open. So that's when he trapped her between the gates and he grabbed her.
So the girl kept fighting.
She fought, she kicked, she screamed, she did everything, and she used her phone.
It was those screams that sent Salas straight out of his home.
No way in the world I was going to let him leave. God knows what he would have done. When you think about it, what if I didn't help her? What if I didn't do that? What he was going to do to her?
Salas waited with Estrada and the little girl until police showed up.
I didn't say anything to him. I just let him talk. As long as he kept his mind off of her, then I knew she was okay.
Police say Estrada has a dozen prior arrests and is a registered sex offender. He went to prison back in 2001 for sexually assaulting a woman.
You repeat that to your kids 100 times. You tell your kids 100 times to be alert, to be careful, and then to see it, to physically see it, it's heartbreaking.
If you are searching for the right keywords, you should try Keyword Magic.
On this vote, the yeas are 219, the nays are 212. The bill is passed. Without objection, a motion to reconsider is laid upon the table.
Breaking news tonight, the third COVID vaccine clearing a major hurdle here in the U.S. An FDA advisory panel endorsing Johnson & Johnson's one-shot vaccine, clearing the way for emergency. A major hurdle here in the U.S. An FDA advisory panel endorsing Johnson & Johnson's one-shot vaccine, clearing the way for emergency authorization as early as this weekend. How many doses could ship immediately, and how effective is it against the new variants? Plus, President Biden in Texas visiting a FEMA vaccine mega site, an NFL stadium. His new message tonight. New fallout from the U.S. strikes on Iran-backed militias in Syria, the first military action under President Biden. Why he faced backlash within his own party.
Former President Trump preparing to make his public return at CPAC this weekend. The golden statue of him unveiled today, and Ted Cruz, his joke on stage about his trip to Cancun as Texans were freezing. The long-awaited report just out, the U.S. officially blaming the Saudi crown prince for the murder of Jamal Khashoggi. Why the U.S. won't punish him for it. Our exclusive inside NXIVM Group, the doctor who admits branding 17 other women with their leader's initials. She's defending herself. And popular real estate site Zillow offering to buy your home based on its Zestimate. Is it worth the quick cash? This is NBC Nightly News with Les Holt. Good evening and welcome. Breaking tonight, a third COVID vaccine has just passed a critical hurdle. An outside FDA advisory panel giving a unanimous thumbs up to Johnson & Johnson's single-shot vaccine. Tonight, the final decision is in the hands of the FDA, which is widely expected to grant emergency use authorization of the new shots, helping to meet the country's insatiable demand for more vaccines. As we come on the air tonight, the number of Americans who received at least one shot of the current vaccines tops 47 million as COVID-related hospitalizations dipped below 53,000. We're also covering the fallout from last night's U.S. airstrike in Syria. We'll tell you why the administration is on the defensive. But let's begin with the break vaccine news and Tom Costello.
Tonight, J&J says it's ready to ship millions of doses within days after an FDA advisory panel recommended the FDA go ahead with emergency use authorization.
We're dealing with a pandemic right now, and this is like a very urgent thing. We're in a race between the virus mutating, new variants coming out that can cause further disease, and stopping it.
With full FDA approval, Johnson's vaccine will become the third to go into Americans' arms. While the Moderna and Pfizer vaccines may be somewhat more effective at preventing illness, J&J's version requires just one dose, is already effective against new variants, and is 100% effective at preventing hospitalizations and death. Again today, Dr. Fauci urged Americans not to forego that level of protection in hopes of getting a different vaccine.
Get vaccinated. The vaccine that's available to you, get that vaccine.
At Emergent Biosolutions in Baltimore, they've been working round the clock for months making J&J's critical ingredients.
We purify out the viral vectors, which are the active part of the vaccine. We freeze it down, we ship it out of here, and it's filled into the vials that patients are accustomed to receiving or seeing when they get a vaccine shot.
J&J says 4 million doses could go next week, 20 million by the end of March, the third vaccine in the pandemic arsenal. Today, the White House announced nearly 50% of those 65 and older have already received at least one vaccine dose. Meanwhile, President Biden was today at a FEMA vaccination site outside the stadium where the Houston Texans play.
This can be a great American achievement, being the only country in the world to reach 100 million shots in 100 days. This could unite us as a country to vaccinate America.
Tom joins us now from that lab in Baltimore. Tom, they're also producing the AstraZeneca vaccine there. That's not approved in the U.S., right?
That's right. It's approved in the UK and the EU. Canada approved it today, and they've been manufacturing it for when the FDA does approve it. Could be several months from now, Lester.
All right, Tom, thanks very much. And for help scheduling an appointment, visit the Plan Your Vaccine tool on our website. President Biden is weighing in with a warning to Iran after ordering last night's U.S. airstrikes in Syria on Iranian-backed militants. Richard Engel starts our coverage.
This was the trigger for President Biden's first known military action, rockets exploding in the city of Erbil earlier this month. A foreign contractor was killed, U.S. personnel injured. The U.S. military blames Iranian-backed militias for this and other rocket attacks in Iraq. So yesterday, President Biden ordered retaliation, an airstrike on a logistics base on the Syrian side of the Iraqi border.
You can't act with impunity. Be careful.
We're confident that that target was being used by the same Shia militia